Okay, I'm gonna film now. Hopefully nobody walks in. But I have just checked into my dorm room for the next 3 days. I am in Rebirth Terrace. It's a pretty big room, so I think it's like the deluxe style. But I'm gonna have 3 roommates. There's one bed over there. And I am the first one here. The view from the window is like trash cans, but I'm so excited. So I will check back in later if I am brave enough to vlog in front of other people. Okay, I've just realized that I'm very unobservant because this is not a deluxe. There's literally a door right here that leads to the bathroom. And yeah. And there is also another door which I think connects to another room, potentially. Hi! Oh, yeah, so I realized when I started editing my footage that I did a really bad job vlogging. And also, if you see me looking off the screen, I'm reading like a little script I wrote. But there's a bunch of stuff I filmed without any explanation, so I'm gonna pop in here and there to clarify some of the things I said. So there was actually another person in the connecting room that I wandered into, so I ended up making friends with her, and then we walked down to the meeting area we were supposed to go to together. And then we went off into our separate little orientation groups. Orientation groups are split up by major. So in my group, it was cognitive science kids and then a couple other like psychology or biology kids. And then as a group, we went and sat through a welcome presentation. We got a wellness presentation too. And honestly, I don't really remember much from either of those. And then we went to eat lunch and I got these really good vegan fish tacos. And then we went to a planning your degree presentation in a smaller group, and I actually fell asleep in that because I woke up at 4 to get to LA from San Diego that morning. And so I was really tired, and I already knew most of the stuff they talked about in that presentation through my own research I'd already done. So on our way to that presentation, though, our NSAs, new student advisors, showed us this super cool potato tree. That's basically a tree that was genetically modified by researchers at UCLA to grow potatoes in countries where they don't have as much food. And then we had 2 more presentations about academic integrity in the UCLA community, and then we got dinner, which I also forgot to film. Okay, this is Shannon.
Hello.
She's the person I bumped into this morning when I walked into her room by accident. And we are right now going back to our rooms. We spent the whole, this way. Yeah, we're going down the stairs trying to find our way back. We spent the whole day going to like a bunch of seminars and stuff. And I'm really tired, and you're probably really tired.
And I have to take a math test.
Yes, Shannon has to take a math diagnostic to know which math class she has to go into, so that will be fun for you. Okay, now there's other people around, so I'm gonna stop vlogging because it feels a little awkward. Okay, I am back at my room. My 3rd roommate has arrived. Her stuff is there. Actually, I don't think I filmed, but my 2nd and 3rd roommate came, and I met my 2nd roommate in the morning, but I haven't met my 3rd roommate yet, so I will film it after I meet her. Right now, there's supposed to be like a party sort of thing at 7, I think. So me and the person who I bumped into, Shannon, who's in another suite, are gonna go after she does her math diagnostic. And I am just gonna get some rest because I've been up since 4 in the morning and I'm pretty tired. Okay, I'm here with Shannon again. We went to like this really lame party thing. I recorded a clip of that though. I'll put it in. I'll be like, it's lame, so if you don't go to it when you go to your NSO, it's fine. But there were like these tattoo things. So we got those. Do you want to show them yours? I don't even know if the camera's catching that, but it's okay. And now we're wandering around and just looking at the campus. So
I don't know what part this is.
it is the Bruin reflection space for contemplation, meditation, and prayer.
Contemplation is crazy.
Yeah, nobody's contemplating here, though. It's, like, dark and lonely. I wonder if we can, like, walk into some buildings with our access card. So after Shannon and I wandered around, I just went to bed without filming anything else. I know, really bad vlogging. And the camera's like pointed at my chin half the time. But the next morning, I had really quick breakfast in a dining hall. I don't remember which one. And then I went to a departmental advising meeting, which is specific to your department. So mine was the psychology department because cognitive science is under the psychology department. And it was also a bunch of info I already knew, but I did meet a lot of other people in my major because turns out there was another orientation group that was entirely cognitive science majors. They're all groups of 10. So my group had like the leftover cognitive science majors that didn't fit in that group. So I got to make friends with a lot of them. And then I went and got lunch with Shannon. I haven't vlogged in a while, so I'm gonna do it now before I forget to. This day is just, or this whole orientation session is just very tiring, but like in a good way. So today, what did I do? I had a departmental meeting, so like the Department of Psychology, because I'm a cognitive science major. So there was a meeting with all the students at this orientation session who are under the psychology department, and it's all about like signing up for classes basically, which is going to happen tomorrow morning. So we're like making lists of what classes we'd want to sign up for because they fill up really fast, so you have to have backup classes in case the classes you want fill up. And then I had a meeting with my like little group because they put you in like groups of people who have kind of similar majors. So my group is 2 other cog sci students, and then everyone else is some sort of like bio thing. So we had a meeting and we have a new student advisor, and she told us like all about like exactly where we can sign up for classes, like a website, a class planner sort of thing. That's actually what I'm like working on right now, figuring out what classes I want to do. And then I had a meeting with my new student advisor, like a one-on-one meeting, to get like specific things figured out. And then I went down and I got my bruin card. I'll put a picture right here. And then after that, I ate lunch, which was pretty good. I asked for a burrito, but I ended up with this like deconstructed thing, like a deconstructed burrito, I guess, without like the wrap. But it was still really good. And then now I am back up in my bed, and I changed into my pajamas because I am gonna be here for like basically the rest of the day, just figuring out classes and stuff. And then me and Shannon might go down to Westwood later. So yeah. So Shannon and I did not go to Westwood later because I fell asleep by accident. And when I woke up, it was almost time for Carpe Noctem, which is like seize the night in Latin. And it's basically a late night scavenger hunt. And it was a lot of fun. My group nominated me to be the group leader for my group. And then we ran around and we figured out all the clues. And we eventually finished at like 1 a.m., I think, late in the night. And we had like run a couple miles looking for all the clues. We didn't win, but it was still a lot of fun. So if everyone should just like wave hi. This was my group for the scavenger hunt, and they were awesome. So bad. Can we do like a purple pandas on 3? Can we? Is that all right? Okay, ready? We're gonna be super loud. I'm recording terribly, but 1, 2, 3. Purple pandas. And then the third day, I just went straight to do registration with my other group mates in the morning. And then I got breakfast and went to my room. Okay, my room is empty right now because my roommates, I think, are still doing enrollment. So it's a good time to vlog. So I just finished enrollment. It's super stressful because all like 600 freshmen who are at this orientation session are all trying to enroll in their classes at 9. And there's only like some classes only have like 2 or 3 spots left. So if you might not like get everything you want, but luckily everything worked out for me and I got all the classes I wanted. I got a Fiat Lux class, which is kind of, they're like single unit classes, so they're more like for fun than really for like getting any credits for anything. So I got a Fiat Lux, which is like an oceanography field trip where you spend the day on a boat. And then I got a philosophy of science class that I need for my major. I got a sociology class, which is a general education requirement class for me. And then I got an oceanography like class just because it's not to do with my major, but just because it's interesting and I get general education credit for that too. So I got everything and like all the times I wanted to. It's really nice because in my schedule I have classes down at campus on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays I only have my sociology class, which is all online, so I don't really have to leave like the dorm area, so it's a little less walking for me. So yeah. And then after that, we did a mini campus tour and we got bruintized, which is a UCLA tradition where you dip your hand in the inverted fountain and recite a little oath. And then you can't touch the water again until you graduate, because if you do, you're cursed to stay an extra quarter. And then I went back to my room to wait for my mom to finish her parent orientation. That's just a single day, the last day of the student's 3-day orientation. Okay, one of my roommates just left, and I said bye to the other one because by the time she comes back to the room, I'll be gone too, because this is the end of my new student orientation. Today I had registration in the morning and I got all the classes I wanted. I think I already said that earlier. And then we went around and we did a campus tour, and then I came back to the dorm and fell asleep because my mom is still here on campus doing like the parent stuff, whatever they're doing. And I think she's gonna come up here, or I'm gonna take a shuttle to the parking lot where she is. Oh, she's calling right now. And yeah, that's the end. But there's more. So at orientation, our advisors told us that the Drake Stadium at UCLA is named after Drake, the music artist, because he studied musicology at UCLA and then he donated a bunch of money. So they named the stadium after him. But then when I was back home after orientation, I was like, wait, is that really true? So I Googled it, and Wikipedia told me that that was a lie. So then I was like, wait, are the potato trees real? And I Googled it, and that was also a lie. And then I Googled the architect of the inverted fountain because we were told that it was deliberately designed by USC architect to look like a toilet bowl because USC hates UCLA, like the rivalry. And that was also a lie. The designer of the inverted fountain went to Berkeley. And then I found a whole Reddit page about like all the lies that new student advisors tell you. One of them is like something about like a helicopter turning a building, and there's like a bunch more. And so if you're lucky enough to be watching this before your orientation, you won't fall for it. Though like there's like so many of them that maybe you will fall for one. And I think it's kind of funny like how easily I fell for that. So it might be fun.